So I do want to make this point because you made it, and it's a decent point, not a good one, but a decent one.
Take it.
When you were talking about Spencer Rattler, and knowing that they brought somebody in to replace you, and what that can do for you. There's two things it can do. It can either make you crumble because you're so insecure, and you're like, "Oh my God, my replacement's here. I'm done." And I've seen a lot of people at LSU, in San Diego, in Denver have that feeling. Or it can piss you off. And it can bring out something that you've been missing. Now,
and being pissed off is such an extremely powerful motivator, or just like you said, it can crush you.
It can. And I'm just giving you my example, my career. I always felt like no matter if it was at Evangel or LSU or even San Diego, somebody was always like brought in to replace me. Like even at Evangel, like that's why we joke around, but like I was playing D-line and linebacker because like there was a daddy ball situation and I couldn't get over to running back and I wanted to. And that was my fuel there. And then at LSU, we all know they brought in 5-star after 5-star
after 5-star. They did not want to play you at all.
Running back. Like they were like, we're going to force the 2-star bow-legged white running back to prove us that he can go out there and still be the starter. But that fueled me. Now, that didn't mean I was a bad teammate either. I was still going like, hey, my boys, Richard Murphy, Charles Scott, Keelan Williams, Stephen Ridley, and go on and on and on.
Dudes.
They were my boys, and I was going to be the best teammate I could. I wasn't going to be that guy that's like, I'm not helping you. You're trying to take my – no, I'll help you, but I'm still going to keep my job. You're not taking it from me. You can have it when I'm gone, and I'll watch you, and I'll cheer for you. And, hey, when I'm tired and I pat the top of my helmet, you can come in and get a couple carries for sure because you're good. Right? You're going to help the team. If I'm not at 100, like come in here and get these carries. Like there's a way to be pissed off and go about it where you're not a bad teammate too. So I had that situation. When I was in San Diego, they bring in fullbacks all the time. One of my boys, Patrick DeMarco, who ended up having a long, long NFL career, they brought him in. They're trying to replace me and Tolbert with him, right? We brought in a guy named Frank Summers. They tried to – every year that happened, and I loved it. I'm like, who y'all bringing in? I loved if they were working out like H-backs on a Monday morning when I came in. Who's on that field? Oh, they want – okay. It takes you to another level if you can get there. If you can't, they're going to take your job. But if you can do that while still being the best teammate, being good in the locker room, not being a cancer, just realize like, hey, if I'm Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuckman, I am glad they drafted you. That's what I needed, but this is my job. Now, we'll watch film together. We'll break down coverages together. I will help you. You'll help me. That's fine. But just know this is my motivation to be the guy.
Yeah, and for Spencer Rattler to go through the things he had to do last year, being such a depleted team, such a bad team last year, and for the court of public opinion that actually like thinks he still got a shot when he did all that as a starting quarterback as a rookie, means that he's got something to him.
Yeah,
he's got some juice. He's got potential. People see it because there was those flashes. Okay, when you talk about the Saints drafting a second-round pick in Shuck, a talented guy, people are going to get caught up in they drafted him to replace. They drafted him to be the starter. No, they drafted him so they could have a good starting quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the last name Shuck. If it pisses the other guy off enough to be the best guy, it was a great draft pick.
Yeah.
Great draft pick. I said this about, I'm going to bring up the Packers a lot, but when the Packers drafted Jordan Love.
Yeah, they know.
Okay? They didn't, of course they drafted like a long-term replacement. But I say the great ones always use it as motivation.
Yeah.
What did Aaron do after they drafted
Had a massive year.
I think 2 MVPs in a row?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
In the twilight?
Yeah.
It's a motivator, and it's powerful. So, like I said, they drafted a second-round pick to have a good quarterback.
Yep.
Doesn't matter which one it is.
Right. In the front office, they know that. Like, okay, well, we just want a good starting quarterback.
Right.
And so, like, I know there's a lot of people, there's a lot of fans like, man, you drafted this guy 40th overall, and maybe it is Tyler Shuck. But if it's not, just know that you're getting the best version of Spencer Rattler as well. Now, I don't think Jake Hayner's in this conversation. It's Spencer Rattler. It's Tyler Shuck. It's those two guys.
When I got drafted, they picked the second rounder, quarterback, and they picked me in the 7th round. Now, the common person out there would have been like, all right, well, the second rounder got paid all this money. 7th rounder didn't get paid any money. And so you make him the backup. And if you don't do that, then like you just wasted $2 million or whatever it is, whatever he got paid as the second round.
Yeah.
Not really. It's the same. You spent the money already.
You're not paying anybody anything right now. At
we
that
got
position.
this guy for nearly nothing.
I mean,
and we paid, exactly.
You got peanuts right now in the Spencer Rattler.
Peanuts, dude.
So it's going to be a great competition. I don't know what the overall look's going to be for the New Orleans Saints. The roster's got more issues in vogue. Without question, it does. You are so thin as far as your weapons. At receiver, running back's better than it was. I like some of the people you've brought in through the draft, through undrafted free agent guys. I like Clyde being there. Receiver is so thin, man. You are like one injury away from having guys off the street, having Uber drivers again like you had last year. Defense is a little bit older, so the roster is what the roster is. But I do like the fact that you've got a quarterback competition that is going to be a real competition. They're going to drive each other. You have a veteran, even though he's a rookie, because he is older. It's not a joke. I mean, he's about to be 26 years old. He gets it. He understands it. So he's not going to pout throughout the process. Spencer Rattler's not going to pout throughout the process if they're doing it right. What we're talking about. If you pout, you lose.
Yeah.
It's
cut and dry.
you're not going to be there.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds
No,
like
it doesn't.
it sounds
That's
like
what I'm saying.
For Saints fans, like it sounds like the good part of this is happening, and they're going to push each other. I'm excited. We're not even Saints like fans over here.
No,
but we're going to give them the best shot.
Oh, for sure.
But you guys listen to know Jake and I we'll call them out pretty quick.
Yeah,
we'll get them.
What is funny though is like you did play for the Saints.
I did. Finished the career. Saints was the last helmet I ever put on.
Me too. I was in camp with him. Yeah, I was in camp with him, and I said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna stay at the house."
Yeah, I'm good.
They were going there, so I've been to mini camp with them, and they were about to go to the Greenbrier, and I'm sitting there, and I got 3 young kids, and I moved my family all over, and I had that feeling of, my guy, you're done. And when you have that feeling, you have to pay respect to football. If you're not all in, you don't need to do it. It is a sport in which if you half step, you'll get exposed real quick. And they were great, though. I called them. I was like, hey, here's the deal. They're like, we totally get it. We totally understand. Wish you all the best. And they brought in another fullback, and it was what it was. But, yeah, we both finished with the Saints helmet on.
That's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. You were 3, right? Cajun Cannon's number.
Number 3. Really?
Didn't you?
I was 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's Cajun Cannon's number.
All right.
Yeah. I thought you were saying really like I wore 3? I wore guess what number I wore?
41.
Okay. Alondra, guess what number I wore with the Saints?
18.
I wish I could. I couldn't. At that time it was only 20 through 49.
Oh, okay. 20 through 40? 22.
20 through 49.
22.
Okay. Tay-Tay?
26.
Oh, gross.
Gross number.
44.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice fullback
Okay, that's
number.
a fullback number.
Fullback
I like
number.
44.
Yeah, fullback.
Yeah, I was 44. That's what I was going to be.
I've heard those Saints camps used to not be much fun either. Like back in the day. I heard it from a couple of different fullbacks, actually.
That what?
That Saints camp was not much fun like back in the Sean Payton days.
Even mini camp wasn't fun. It's like, hey guys, we don't have pads on here. Like, we're good. Like, if we're setting the tempo, that's fine.
Yeah.
But is this the tempo?
Yeah.
Okay, it is. Let's go.
This ain't college.
Oh, 20, 30 ISO over and over and over again.
But inside run. Let's go.
But if you had a good block on ISO, Sean Payton would give you a fullback belly the next play.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.